Morning students. Today I actually forgot to tell about one bone. This is our patella. So as you all know, patella is an example for the sesamoid bone. So sesamoid means the bones which are developed within the tendon of a muscle. Okay. So this is the largest sesamoid bone in our body. Okay. So this is patella. Okay. Or is it otherwise known as kneecap. Okay. So we can see the patella. It is triangular shaped bone. Okay. So it has a base and an apex. Okay. And for keeping it in the anatomical position, so this apex should come inferiorly, directed downwards. Okay. And this broad portion, that is base, should go upward. Okay. And look at the surfaces. It has two surfaces. There is an anterior surface and a posterior surface. Okay. So anterior surface, we can see it is rough. Okay. And posterior surface, we can say it is articular in the upper 3/4 and non-articular in the lowermost portion. So while keeping in the anatomical position, so we can first we have to see the apex and base. Apex should come inferiorly and base should come superiorly. Okay. And the roughened portion, this is the anterior surface. This should come anteriorly, and this articular portion, this portion of a smooth one, this portion should face posteriorly. Okay. And for determination of the side, so you see the posterior surface. The posterior surface, there is a large lateral portion and a small medial portion. Okay. So this large portion should come laterally. Okay. And while keeping on the table, so if we are keeping this patella on the table, we can see it is directing our apex anteriorly. We can see this patella will lie on this lateral side, on this lateral faces. So like that we can determine the side. So it lies on the which side? It lies on the side it belongs. Okay. So that is the lateral side. Okay. So here we can see this is the right patella, right one. Okay. So it belongs to the right side. Okay. So we can see this left side, it is projected upwards. Okay. So this is belongs to the right side. Okay. So and features, you can see we already told there is it's a triangular in shape. So it has three borders and an apex. Okay. Three borders and an apex, and it has two surfaces. Okay. So this is a superior border. The superior border is otherwise known as base of the patella. This is the superior border. And while keeping in the anatomical position, there is a medial border and a lateral border. So it has a superior border, lateral border and a medial border. Okay. And it has an apex, and it has two surfaces, anterior surface and posterior surface. Okay. So borders, so this is the superior border. Superior border is otherwise known as base of the patella, and it gives attachment to the vastus intermedius muscle and also to the rectus femoris muscle. Okay, base, two muscles. It gives attachment to two muscles. As you know, this patella is an example for the sesamoid bone. So this patella develops within the tendon of quadriceps femoris muscle. Quadriceps. Okay. Quadriceps, actually it is a group of 4 muscles which is seen in the anterior compartment of our thigh. Okay. So in the upper portion, the superior border gives attachment to the rectus femoris muscle and to the vastus intermedius muscle. Okay. Then medial border, so the medial border gives attachment to vastus medialis muscle, and lateral border gives attachment to the vastus lateralis muscle. Okay. Vastus lateralis. Okay. So these are the borders, 3 borders: superior border, medial border and lateral border. Okay. Then coming to the surfaces, there is an anterior surface and a posterior surface. Okay. Anterior surface, we can see it is rough, and there are so many muscular impressions can be seen. And also small minute vascular foramens also can be seen in the anterior surface. Okay. So this is the anterior surface, and then next is the posterior surface. We can see this is the posterior surface. So almost all part of the posterior surface except towards the lower portion, it is articular. Okay. Articular. And we can see this posterior surface is divided into two by a vertical ridge. Okay. So the posterior surface is divided into two by articular part of the posterior surface is divided into two by a vertical ridge. So this is the vertical ridge, and here we can see there is a large lateral portion and a small medial portion. The small medial portion is again divided into two by another vertical ridge here, into a small strip here. Here we can see there is a small medial strip and a large medial part. Okay, medial strip can be seen, this portion. Okay. So that is the posterior surface, and the lower part of the posterior surface, here it is rough near to the apex. It is rough, and it gives attachment to the ligamentum patellae. This portion, ligamentum patellae. Okay. Then coming to the apex. So here this is apex, which is directed downwards. This portion, this is directed downwards. Okay. So these are the features of the patella. So patella has three borders: superior border, medial border, lateral border, and it has an apex, and it has two surfaces: anterior surface and posterior surface. So these are the features of the patella. Okay. So the peculiarity of the patella is it is the largest sesamoid bone in our body. Okay. Sesamoid bone means the bones which are developed within the tendon of muscles. Okay. So patella develops within the tendon of quadriceps femoris muscle. Quadriceps. Okay. Quadriceps is the muscle. Four muscles which are seen in the group of four muscles which are seen in the anterior compartment of our thigh. Okay. And coming to the ossification of the patella. So patella develops. So it's a sesamoid bone. So after birth only we can see the sesamoid bones in our body. Okay. So it develops from several centers. Okay. Patella develops from the several centers which appears from 3rd to 6th year of our after birth. Okay. And it will fuses at puberty only, at the puberty. Okay. So while fusing, at the time of fusion, so sometimes in the supralateral part of the patella, some centers will fuse separately. Okay. And we can see two patellas at that time. Okay. There will be a small portion of bone which is separated from the main portion. So that condition is known as bipartite patella. Okay. Sometimes we can see three groups. So three pieces of patella can be seen. That condition is known as tripartite patella. Okay. So these conditions when occurs, so this will occurs bilaterally. That means both sides we can see the same condition. Okay. If it is so, we sometimes we get differentiate between the fracture and this bipartite and the tripartite patella. Okay. So if it is a bipartite or tripartite patella, this will be bilateral. Okay. If it is fracture, means it will be unilateral only. Okay. So that is the ossification of this patella. Okay. And the applied aspect of this patella. So first one is fracture of the patella. So in that case we should differentiate the fracture from the bipartite or the tripartite patella. Okay. And dislocation of patella. So usually dislocation of the patella occurs towards the lateral side, that is outward from the knee joint. Okay. Lateral side. So most commonly the dislocation occurs in the lateral side of towards the lateral side of the knee joint. Okay. So these are the clinical aspect for the patella.